Hi guys, now I'm without electricity and decided to take a video and share my knowledge, my experience about blackout in Ukraine. I hope it would not be useful for you, but probably it is interesting to know anyway. So first of all, I would like to say that if you have no electricity for a few hours, it's not a problem at all. You can easily live your usual life. Few hours, even if it is every day, and it has some schedule. It's not a big deal. You can solve it. But if electricity is disappeared for a few days, it can be a really challenge, especially if electricity disappeared in entire city where you live. So what we Ukrainians learned about it, first of all, live on the high floor is not very good, because elevators need electricity to pick you up to your flat, and you need live as low as it possible. First, second, third floors is the best. If you live on the 10th or 20th floor, it's a really disaster, because you need go to shopping, you need go for the water, and you need a lot of water, and everything you need to care by stairs to your flat, and it's really inconvenient without elevators. So now I'm living in the townhouse. It has only 2 floors, and it's pretty convenient for me. We moved here before the war and during the COVID, and it wasn't finished, so I'm still in construction or renovation. I don't know how the right word, but there is some inconvenience, but it's much better than living on the 8th floor as I used to live before moving here. So second issue, you have to be prepared somehow. For example, you need to have water to drink, to prepare a meal for cooking, and you need some meal where you live. Not much, because in Ukraine there is no full disaster. For example, we have electricity blackouts for a few days. Sometimes we had such experience, and even we have such experience, but all food markets are working, most of them. The biggest of them have city market networks have generators with with some gas, I guess, generators, or gasoline or diesel power electric stations, small electric stations for what they need. So the main idea for markets to, of course, it's light, but the most problem is the refrigerators, and without electricity refrigerators doesn't work, and a lot of food were not dismissed, but were not be able to eat. Became not able to eat. Sorry for my English gaps, but okay. So once you have water, you need some connection to the world, and in my case I have the internet with optical wire, and it's the best because optical telecommunication infrastructure doesn't need a lot of electricity, and my provider has a generator, and when I have a battery that I use for my router and internet receiver that convert my optical signal to Ethernet cable, it works for me. Even when I haven't electricity for a few days, like 3 days, with a small maybe gap for a few minutes with electricity a day, I was able to use my internet and have connection and know news about what's happening in the country, what's happening with my relatives, with my mom, dad, sister, and so on. So I was able to connect the world, and to have some information and be aware of what to do. I have my car with full of tank, and in case of some really critical situations that dangerous for my life or life of my family, we can go to car and drive in some more safely place. So what else? I was full and relied on my mobile network and mobile internet, but I buy it specially for such cases some better plan in my provider. But experience shows that if electricity disappears in all city, the internet doesn't work. Mobile internet is overloaded, and it's unavailable. In good situation you will have opportunity just to call, and not everywhere. but internet wouldn't work. What else? How to solve the problem with heating? Now it is winter, and some people have heating in the house from electricity, and it's a real disaster. But in my house, my townhouse, we have gas heating pump, and it works pretty good. It requires not much electricity. Now I know all necessary stuff, how much power it consumes. For example, my gas heating pump require near 100 watts per hour, and I have like a car, usual car accu, and it has like 800 watts, so I can turn on my heating pump for an hour or two with some gaps, and it would be work for a long time. For example, and even if it will be fully discharged, I can now I have even generator with gasoline. I can run it and charge my accu, and I can run my gas heating pump, and have a warm in the house. And also good point if you have opportunity to heat your house with wood. Again, I don't know the right word for the drawer, but what else? It's pretty much water. Water, you will need also the source of water and the source of heat to cook. I guess I have again I have a gas, and it's very good. I have electricity and gas for the cooking, so if electricity disappears, I can cook on gas. Water I have from my skvажина. Okay, from underground, and it requires electricity, of course, to get it, but generator solves this issue. It would be good to have at least to know where you can get the water in case there is some really problems with electricity, because everything works on electricity, water pump, heating, elevators, everything requires electricity, internet. So think about what is really important for you to survive, and what is really matter. And you can prepare for everything, but be aware that the most important is our internal attitude and our state. What do you feel? How do you feel? Don't panic, be calm, and you will find the right way how to solve any situation. Remember that people that around you are very good, and there are a lot of people who want to help, and if you really struggle from some in some tough circumstances, you always can go for and ask for help to people who nearby, and most of people are ready to help you. Thanks to God, there are a lot of God inside of people. Let's love each other and help each other. Bye.